We are now many months into the global pandemic known as COVID-19 and things have changed. The phrase we keep hearing is the new normal, being hyper aware of those surrounding you, wearing face masks out in public, travel restrictions and so on. Personally, I have gone to work more or less as normal, conducted business as a community manager as usual, but the main thing that's changed for me is not being able to jump on a train and travel to places across the country to see friends and have new experiences. That is until today. Sort of. There have been severe travel restrictions in place around the UK which recently have lessened. The public transport companies are starting to welcome people back on board for less non-essential travel, only this time with new measures and guidelines in place. So I wanted to see what that looked like on the railways, because I have a few long distance journeys in the coming months, so I wanted to see just what I need to be ready for. So along with a face mask and some hand sanitizer, I embarked on, get it? Getting on trains, going on a journey, embarking. Okay, that was bad. Without any further delays, let's get back on track with this train of thought by talking about what I saw. I booked on a local stopping service, on trains that were going to be quieter and less busy. One stop away and then one further stop away from the city in which I live. The first thing you see upon reaching the station are signs, information screens and floor markings advising you to keep a social distance from your fellow passengers, always wear a face covering and wash hands frequently or sanitize them. Also leading up to the platform, hand sanitizer is provided for you. On the platform themselves, there were many more markers on the floor set equidistantly apart to help you know where to stand. It was also quite heartening to see teams of cleaning staff boarding standing trains and giving all contact points a thorough clean. As for the trains themselves, new seating plans have been put in place. Only one person per double seat or table unless from the same household. More media reminding you to wear face coverings in small sections either side of the train portioned off for the conductors and staff, so they have more room to stand and sit in between stops. The actual trains vary in length, but on average the trains are longer in order to accommodate the new measures. Trans-Pennine Express, for example, have doubled the size of their trains from 3 carriages to 6 in order to provide more space without sacrificing on passenger numbers. That was on one of the busiest routes in and out of my city between here and Manchester. People on board the trains, both passengers and staff, are all being respectful with regards to masks and social distancing, although to be honest there were not that many people travelling. Maybe the bigger trains just made it felt that way, as passenger numbers are on the rise. The 2 other stations I visited, Brough and Selby, both displayed the same measures, including only having 1 place per seating bench in order for people to sit safely. Of course, this was just a small experience involving 1 bigger train station and 2 smaller ones, 2 train companies out of about 28 and on a quieter route, but it's still giving me a bit more confidence to travel by rail again. I was already set in my mind to start travelling again soon, but now I know I will be. A huge thank you to all the staff who work on the trains, work for the train companies, as well as those who manage the stations and the infrastructure, and for my fellow passengers for respecting the rules that are in place. I myself have asthma, and it's sometimes a challenge to breathe through a face covering, but even I am trying to do my bit and wear one for as long as I can. This was a fun review to do, a Daview you could say. I mean, you could, but I wouldn't recommend it. Thanks for listening, have a nice day, and Brendan, we will see you on Friday.